So look, you do a lot of business with Huawei. What we really want some clarity on, if you can provide it, the US are starting some new approvals to re-engage with Huawei. Are you on the first list to re-engage with Huawei? What update can you give me?
So what I can tell you is that I'm here in Beijing, and certainly this is a developing story. At this point, I don't have any specific comment to share with you on this.
Well, let me push a little bit. Have you had conversations with Wilbur Ross? How would you describe the conversations you're having with US officials?
So what I'll tell you, Manas, is that we are a very large global company. We are well diversified. We are, of course, always engaging in conversations with the governments around the globe. And of course, we have been in touch with US administration on an ongoing basis over the years, and certainly in recent times as well, because our business in China is certainly important to us. And as part of that, we have definitely...
Would you say the conversations are constructive?
Absolutely. Our discussions with the administration are constructive, yes.
Okay. The one thing I was just reading a little bit more about what's going on here in China, the state are putting about $29 billion into getting this country self-sufficient. Is that perhaps a bigger threat than the interim trade wars? Self-sufficiency for technology supremacy here is a number one on the agenda.
So what I'll tell you is that the memory and storage products, DRAM and flash that Micron makes, these are extremely important when you look at the trends today of 5G, IoT, autonomous, cloud computing. And in this backdrop, with our technology innovation, the products that we bring to the customers here in China, we are really a very valued partner to those customers. Of course, Micron has a very rich history of 40 years, tremendous amount of innovation from the company, 40,000 patents generated over 40 years. So we are used to competition all around the globe. We, of course, continue to focus on bringing new products, new technologies to the benefit of customers around the globe, including the ones here in China.
Okay, and there are challenges therein from a production point of view. You've got to deal with the reality of a trade war. What I want to get a sense is how much additional production are you taking out of America and moving it into other global centers? Have you done that this year? Do you anticipate to do some of that next year?
We actually have manufacturing of our leading edge DRAM and flash products around the globe. In US, we have manufacturing. We have not taken any manufacturing out of the US. In fact, our center, our fabrication areas in Manassas, Virginia, is the center of excellence for automotive products for us, where Micron has #1 global market share. So we have a very well-diversified global manufacturing footprint. Our supply chain is very resilient, very adaptive and agile. And certainly in these recent times where, there certainly have been some challenges on the global trade front, we have shown that, we have been pretty resilient in terms of addressing the challenges and moving on, continuing to bring value of our products to our customers around the globe.
I caught up with the CEO of Philips and of Siemens, and one of the questions I asked Joe Kaeser was, have you felt at any junction, I'll ask you the same question, have you felt any pressure to share technology here in China? Or is this a media and perhaps a political myth that this is one of the founding pillars of trade angst? Have you been forced to share?
So Micron has R&D center here in Shanghai, here in China. We have manufacturing in Xi'an, China, as well as, of course, we have close engagement with our customers. And we have, as I said, manufacturing and technology capability all around the globe as well. So we, of course, continue to work with our customers here in China, bringing our products, bringing our technologies, and we really value our relationships here in China as well as around the globe with our customers.
So would you say that is, I share technology, not I'm forced to share technology, I share willingly?
What we sell to the customers here are our products that were built using our innovative memory and storage technology. And these products, of course, are defined in close collaboration with customers all around the globe. For example, 5G. What does 5G need in terms of memory and storage and various applications? These are the kind of things Micron is very good at, putting on its roadmap, bringing strong products, and continue to advance the innovation agenda of our customers as well as of Micron itself.
Can you help me understand what 5G is going to do for me, for the people at this conference, for the CEOs that are dealing with businesses here? What does it do?
5G is going to be really, really transformative. 5G is about ability to have very fast connections, very low latency, and a tremendous capacity in terms of bandwidth and how many devices can be connected on it.
Are we underestimating the alpha from 5G in our lives?
5G is going to be tremendously transformative. It's going to drive a tremendous growth cycle across industries. It's not just about smartphones. It's really about machine-to-machine communication. It will be a key enabler of all the data that is being created by these 5G-enabled devices in the future, enabling smart cities, smart factories, smart communication. And what I want to point out to you here is that as this data gets created between intelligent devices, they communicate with each other, they communicate with data center. The value of data is extremely important, and that data lives in the products that Micron makes, and that's where there is tremendous exciting opportunity ahead for several years to come for semiconductor industry, and certainly for Micron's memory and storage products. 5G will be a tremendous driver of growth for semiconductor industry.
And in terms of what it's going to mean in profitability, where is going to be the biggest geographic pockets of demand for 5G? Where's the biggest return in 2020 for 5G and beyond?
Well, 2020, it will just be starting with respect to 5G smartphones. And I'll point out that 5G smartphones that were just introduced at Mobile World Congress in 2019 in February had 12 gigabyte of DRAM and a terabyte of flash storage in some of the new phone models. So this will be a major step up in the amount of memory and storage that these phones will have, and these are the kind of products we manufacture. These memory and storage will be needed to deliver, for example, a 360-degree immersive experience from a stadium when a game is being broadcast and you are watching it on the smartphone. You'll actually be able to see it on multiple video streams coming in. That needs more DRAM.
So if next year is the beginning of a new evolution in 5G, 43% of your revenue is from DRAM. So is the cycle bottoming out?
Actually, close to 65 to 70% of our revenue is from DRAM. And 2019, even though there had been excess supply of DRAM in the industry, in our fiscal 2019, Micron actually produced the second best year in the history of the company. There is still some excess supply in the industry for DRAM, but important thing is that demand growth is higher than supply growth, so it is a matter of time before supply and demand get into balance. And again, when we look at the end market secular demand trends for DRAM as well as for flash in various end market applications, I'm excited about the opportunities ahead for our business.
Can I circle back to China and Greater China in terms of the demand levels? Is the lowest growth at a headline level in 30 years, the lowest fixed capex investment in a number of years. Has that translated demonstrably in a slowdown for you here? How do you manage at 6% as opposed to 6.5%? Make that come alive, that slowdown come alive for me.
So what I have to highlight to you is for our business, for again, memory and storage, what's happening is that all the applications today in this data economy need more memory and more storage. They need more DRAM and more flash, which Micron makes. In fact, we are the only company in the Western Hemisphere that makes semiconductor memory and storage, right? So content is increasing. Today is all about data and data economy, trend of AI. AI workloads in servers in the cloud require 6 times as much DRAM and 2 times more flash than standard servers, right?
So is Jeff Bezos literally your best buddy? Is Amazon and Netflix and those providers, is that the step change for your world?
The step change for us is that today memory and storage has become essential and is delivering key value to the end market applications. And therefore we really have become central in this AI and 5G and IoT and autonomous driven revolution today.